Welcome. Thank you so much for joining today. My name is Melissa, and I'm here to lead you through chair yoga. We will practice together for 30 minutes today. Just a reminder to move through the practice at your own pace. If any of the stretches are not working for you, please skip them, come on out and modify. For your class today, you will just need a chair. So any chair that you're comfortable in will be great. So a chair that's at your desk is wonderful. If your chair has wheels and you're able to put them in the lock position, you may want to do that just so you're not rolling around too much. But if that's not an option, you'll be fine. Just always just be safe in the chair. As we work through our class today, I was thinking of focusing a bit on our spine. So we'll do different stretches to move the spine in different directions. We'll do different stretches really to release our back and our neck. So I know that those are common areas of complaint, the low back, upper back, neck, things like that. So we'll definitely do a really nice practice to release that. And the nice thing about this class is all of the stretches that we'll be working with, you can easily incorporate them into your workday. So if you know that your neck tends to be a little creaky, try to remember some of the stretches that we do. And then when you have 30 seconds, 20 seconds, you can just kind of do those throughout the day. And same thing with your back. If you know that your low back is a little cranky, try to remember some of these stretches. It can offer quite a bit of relief, bring some circulation to the area, get the blood flowing and moving, which is very beneficial for the body. So as we begin today, let's take a nice comfortable seated position. So you may want to scoot towards the edge of your seat. And this will help you to keep your spine straight. And it also helps us to engage our core a little bit. If we're sitting into the back of the chair, sometimes we're a little bit rounded, core is not quite engaged. So this is a nice way to set our practice up. And just take that opportunity, closing the eyes, to drop into a bit of a centering, a little time for relaxation. And try to relax the eyebrows and relax your jaw. Try to relax through the back of the head and the back of the neck. Relax the shoulders, the arms, the hands. Relax the upper, mid, and low back. Relax your legs and relax your feet. Connect with your breath. Begin to observe the gentle rise and the gentle fall of the breath. Lengthening on inhale and lengthening on exhale. And maybe encouraging the exhale to be a little bit longer than the inhale. And then if you'd like, you can set an intention for class today. And that could be anything. It might be that you want to relax a little bit. It could be that you're holding tension and you want to release that. So there's really no right and no wrong intention. Let's take a moment to gently drop the chin into the chest, letting the back of the neck lengthen here. And then gazing up towards the sky, head relaxes. And chin to your chest. Head relaxes back. And flowing forward and back one more time each. So nice movement forward and a nice movement back. Coming into a neutral neck here, let's take a moment to realign. Right ear to right shoulder, gently soften. Come back to center, lengthen. Left ear to left shoulder. And we'll go 2 times on each side, and feel free to move at your own pace here. Coming back to a neutral neck. Nice full breath here to lengthen. Gaze off your right shoulder. Come into a twist. And then as you're twisting here, let's feel our spine lengthen. On the exhale, allow for the twist to deepen. Coming back to center, realign here, lengthen and release to the left. And let's go 2 times on each side. Coming back into a neutral neck, moving through some circling of the head. Imagine that there's a clock in front of you and you want to run your nose through the numbers of the clock. So it's going to work this very nice rotation here. I always love these circles. It's such an easy thing that you could seamlessly weave into the day if you found that your neck was a little cranky from being at the computer or being on the phone, looking down a little bit too much. Such a wonderful opportunity to reset. And reverse will flow in the other direction. And release. Let's come to stillness here. So we're going to take those movements that we just worked with in our neck, and we're going to take them down into our upper back, mid back, and low back. So to start, we're going to start with the forward backward movement. Hands can come onto the legs. Let's take our chin to our chest, and we'll do a bit of a rounding here of our back body. Let your heart come forward and let your shoulders relax from your ears. And chin to your chest. Let's try for that rounding of the back body. Heart floats forward, shoulders relax. And we'll just flow through a cat and a dog stretch for a moment. And try to lengthen your spine as you inhale. Lengthen your spine as you exhale. As you inhale, try to relax your shoulders from the ears. Create a little space between the ears and the shoulders. And then on the exhale, really round through your back body. So imagining creating space between the shoulder blades. And let's come to a neutral spine here. We'll take our hands on up to the sky. Nice full breath in. Fingers will interlock, palms will press up. Nice full breath here to lengthen and shift to the right and the left. We'll do a wiggle here in the waist side to side. And this movement is great for creating lateral flexibility in the spine. So each time that you move in one direction, really try to reach and stretch through your waist, lengthen through your side body, through the arms, through the fingertips. Let's take an opportunity to pause, releasing your hands to the left. And roll the left shoulder under, right shoulder rolls back a little bit. And let's try to feel that the heart is shining up to the sky. Come back to center. Nice full breath here to lengthen, reach up, stretch up. Let's take our hands off towards the right. And rolling that right shoulder under, left shoulder open. Let's open the heart to the sky, broaden the collarbone. Let's come back to center here. We're going to gently release those hands up to the sky, releasing to the right on the exhale for a twist. Now, as you're twisting here, we're just going to hold this one. So what we're working with is the 6 movements of the spine. So our spine moves in 6 different directions. It moves forward and back, side to side, twist right and twist left. That's just a really nice, easy way to remember the movements of the spine so that you can weave them into your workday. You need a little bit of relief. Let's bring ourselves back to center. Nice full breath here to lengthen, hands to the sky, reach up, stretch up, and releasing off towards the left. I'm just gonna hold this one. So sometimes if I'm not able to do a full yoga practice in the morning, or if I can't get a full workout in, I'll just quickly say to myself, let's just take a few moments just to move through the 6 movements of the spine. And it really helps. A lot of times when we wake up, our body's a little stiff. So it can definitely help to rejuvenate the body. And we're going to come back to center. Let's take our hands right on up to the sky. Nice full breath in. Hands to the right, breathe out. And then we're going to release this one right on up, full breath. And hands to the left. Let's go one more time on the right side and one more time on the left side. And release. Let's come back to center. We'll take our hands right on up to the sky and take your hands to the heart. Breathe out. Hands will sweep to the sky. Breathe in. And let's take our right hand for our left wrist. Nice full breath here to lengthen and take your hands off towards the right. Almost create a little bit of a sensation that that right hand could pull your left hand to the right side of the room. So just guiding you a little bit deeper into that lateral stretch. We will come back to center. Let's realign here. Nice full breath to lengthen. Changing up the grip in the hands. Let's release to the left when you're ready. And then as you're breathing here, we'll just really find this expansion in our ribs. Good. We're going to come back to center. We can gently release our hands down. Let's try a little bit of a different stretch for our neck. So on this one, we'll bring our right hand up and over, reaching for the left side of the head. Nice full breath here to lengthen. Let's take our right ear to the right shoulder when you're ready. Now on this one, you don't want to be forcing the head at all. It's just a very gentle suggestion of the ear to the shoulder. Come back to center. Let's relax the hand down. We'll realign, left hand up and over. Nice full breath here to lengthen, left ear to the left shoulder when you're ready. Maybe notice if the stretch feels very similar on this side of the neck to the first side that we worked on. May feel very similar, may feel very different one side to the next side. And release. Let's come back to center. Gently relaxing that left hand down. And then let's bring that right arm up and over. We're just gonna land in that lateral stretch in the spine. Try to breathe so deeply here. Imagine that you could create a bit of space in between the ribs. We'll come back to center, realign, right hand lowers, left hand rises. Nice full breath in and out. And release. Let's bring ourselves back to center. We're going to take that right hand up and over, reach for the left side of the head. This time, let's take our gaze down towards the underarm, and then we're going to float our gaze down towards the ground so that we can try for a little bit of a different neck stretch. And then again, not a sensation of forcing yourself, just a little suggestion of guiding yourself into it. And we all experience each pose and each stretch very differently. So just notice in your own body where you feel the stretch, what that feels like. Breathe into it. And release. We're going to bring it back to neutral, left hand up and over. Gaze down towards the underarm area and then gently soften the head down. And it's always interesting working with one side of the body to the next side. So maybe notice and see if it feels very similar on the side of your body to the first side that we worked on. And release. Let's come back to center. We're going to realign here. And let's take a moment to drop our chin to our chest. Maybe a little wiggle here of the weight or wiggle here of the neck, a little shifting, shaking it out a tiny bit. And then we'll bring our right ear to right shoulder. Float yourself back to center. Left ear to left shoulder. Back to center. We're going to circle out that head a little bit. Maybe find large circles here. Maybe find smaller circles here. This is a nice movement, really just to smooth out all of those neck stretches. And reverse. We'll flow in the other direction. And release. We don't want to forget about that lateral stretch on the left side. We'll take our left arm up and over when you're ready. And just feel that nice groundedness of your right hand down. And maybe put a little bit of extra energy into pressing into your left sitting bone. We don't want to lean to the right too much. Coming back to center, let's realign here. Nice deep full breath here to lengthen and hinge at the hips and fold forward as you exhale. Now, as you come down, if you wanted to, you could bring your hands down onto the ground. You could also reach for opposite arms underneath your legs. You can kind of link them under there. And we'll just breathe on this one. Try to relax your head as best as you can. It's very easy to hold quite a bit of tension in the head and the neck. So maybe gaze towards your navel. Might not be the most comfortable thing. Sometimes we put a little pressure on the stomach and we're not used to it. It's not always comfy, but it is very beneficial. So when we do something like this, it can give almost like a little massage to the internal organs. It can give a little massage to the digestive system. So it can be very beneficial. From here, we're just going to gently release ourselves on up. So hands can come onto the knees or the thighs. And we're just going to flow ourselves up through the spine, one vertebrae at a time. Let's take our hands at the heart space. Nice deep full breath to lengthen and twist to the right as you exhale. So on this one, we're hooking our left elbow on the right knee and then encouraging the prayer hands to the center of the chest. Now, as you inhale, let's feel our spine lengthen. And then as you exhale, allow for your twist to deepen. You can hang out here if you wanted to give it a little bit more challenge. Maybe take one hand up and one hand down. Try to feel that your heart is opening off to the right side of the room, finding the space through the collarbones, opening the shoulders as well. Let's begin to release this one. We'll realign. Hands can come to the heart space. Full breath here. Twisting to the left on exhale. So our right elbow hooks on our left knee. Encouraging prayer hands to the center of the chest and then opening those hands up if you want it. You could fly it open. And twist. So our twists are so beneficial. Very similar to that forward fold that we worked with. So it can be a nice opportunity to give a little massage to the digestive system, to the internal organs. And we can release this one. We're gonna realign, come back to center. Let's take a nice deep full breath in. Hands can reach and start up to the sky. And hands can come to the heart as you breathe out. Let's take our hands on up. Inhale. This one, we'll take our fingers, interlock them, and then release the index fingers. We call this one steeple hands. Nice full breath to lengthen. Let's take our hands off towards the left. And maybe create this little sensation like that left hand could pull you left side of the room. So just guiding that right hand to the left, finding that link. Back to center, nice full breath here to lengthen. Let's take our hands to the other side. And back to center, nice full breath here to lengthen and try to do a nice twist to the left. Now, as we're twisting to the left, let's encourage this left shoulder to come back a little bit. We'll encourage the right shoulder to come forward slightly. Coming back to center alignment, lengthen, twisting to the right. Encouraging that left shoulder forward, that right shoulder back. And release. Let's come back to center. We'll realign here. Hands can relax down. And let's take our right shoulder. We're going to bring it up to the ear. Find a nice large circle. Relax it down. Take it up, back, down. One more time. Inhale. Exhale. Left shoulder. Let's bring it up. Back and down. Inhale and release. One more time. And then let's go both shoulders together. We'll take our shoulders up to the ears, finding that large circle, letting it go. Great. Let's come on up to standing. We'll try some stretches standing. And as we come on up to stand today, let's use our chair as we begin. So for this one, what we'll do is we'll turn that chair in so that it's facing us and we can access the seat. And we'll take some time to square ourselves up to the chair. So alignment is always really important. We want to be mindful with our bodies. So we'll have our toes pointing straight forward, our feet are straight, in line with our knees, our hips, and our shoulders. Let's take our hands right on up to the sky. We'll breathe here. We're going to come on down to a fold as you breathe out. Hands are going to come right down onto the seat of the chair. And then let's shake out those legs a little bit here. We'll bend one knee and we'll bend the other knee. And maybe relax your head yes, and relax your head no. So you can just shake it out a little bit. And we will come into stillness here. Let's take our hands to the right, finding a side stretch. Ground evenly through both of your feet. So we're going to ground in the inside and the outside of each foot. And back to center. Let's realign here. Hands to the other side. Reaching and stretching through the waist. Lengthen through the side body, through the arm, and through the fingertips. Let's bring ourselves back to center to a fold. We can bend into the knees. Let's begin to lower the stomach down. We will lift up through the heart. Tailbone will lower and crown of the head will lower. And flow through a cat and a dog stretch for a moment. Lengthen your spine as you inhale. Lengthen your spine as you exhale. As you inhale, feel your shoulders relaxing from your ears. So create a little space between the ears and the shoulders. Feel the shoulder blades moving down your back. And then on the exhale, really rounding through the back body. So imagining creating space between the shoulder blades. Coming into a neutral spine, let's take a nice deep bend into that right knee. And the right heel can lift off of the ground if you want, or you can have the heel planted down. Let's bring our left hand to the sky and exhale. We'll find our way into a twist. And then as you're twisting here on the in-breath, feel your spine lengthen. And then on the out-breath, allow for your twist to deepen. Let's come back to center. We're going to keep our legs just how they are, and then right hand will rise when you're ready. So we're going to twist in the other direction. And then this one is really nice because we get a nice IT down stretch. And then we're also going to get that twist through the 3 parts of our spine. And we're going to come back to center. Let's try this on the other side. So left knee will bend, maybe that heel pops up. Let's bring our right hand up rather to start. So this is our open twist. This one tends to be a little bit easier to come into. A little bit more enjoyable for some people. And on this one, let's try to feel our shoulders stack and open. We'll feel our shoulders in one line. We'll also feel that our wrists are in one line as well. Let's bring our hand down. We're going to keep those legs exactly how they are. And then let's bring that left hand up when you're ready. So we'll try our twist in the other direction. And then as you're twisting here, maybe do a little scan of your body, noticing where you're holding onto tension. And then letting that tension go with the exhale. Let's begin to relax the hand down. We can do a little reset back into our forward fold. Maybe shake out those legs a little bit here. And we're going to lower the stomach, lift up the heart. We'll do a little round of the spine to come on up to stand. Nice full breath in. And hands at the heart to breathe out. So we're just on the hands a little bit. Let's take a wrist release. Fingers will interlock, palms will touch, and then circle out through the wrists here. Maybe find large circles and maybe find smaller circles. And reverse, we'll just flow in the other direction. Great, and we're gonna release that one. Let's try a really nice stretch in our chair for our backs. So what we'll do is we're gonna sit into our chair, we'll get nice and comfy. And if your chair has wheels and they're not locked, you'll just really wanna be careful, make sure that you feel safe in this one because we're gonna kind of press that chair down. So we wanna make sure it doesn't fly away. We wanna be safe in our class. So we're gonna start by grabbing onto the sides of our chair. Our knees will be bent and we're gonna try for a seated bridge pose. So on this one, we're going to engage our core and then we're going to begin to lift our hips up. So we're gonna use a little bit of our strength on this one. And as you're lifting your hips up, trying to get this really nice back bend through the 3 parts of your back. Try to squeeze the knees in towards one another a little bit. So we don't want our knees to move out to the sides of the room. We want to feel them active and engaged. And gently release. Let's gently sink our hips back into our chair here. And we're going to release those wrists once again. So fingers can interlock and then we're just going to circle them out a bit. And reverse, let's flow in the other direction. And shake it out. Let's let that one go. Great job. Let's gently relax the hands down. Maybe let the palms face up. Take a moment to close the eyes. And just take a moment to notice how you feel. Observe your mind and your body in the moment. Feel your mind relax, calm at ease. Feel your body aligned and balanced. Tension that you came to class with, feel how that has released with chair yoga, with meditation. Allow for the eyes to open when you're ready. Thank you so much for joining today. I hope that you enjoyed this practice focusing on the spine. Personally, my spine feels very aligned and balanced, and I know that this is really going to set me up for a great day today. So I hope you enjoyed class, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Take care.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
You're
Thank you,
welcome.
Melissa.
Thanks,
You're
Melissa.
welcome. You're welcome.